I'm here at Rathmore Golf Club, home to none other than the current US Open champion and Ryder Cup hero, Graeme McDowell. Joining me will be Graeme's father, Kenny, and niece, Courtney, as they give me a unique insight into what has been an incredible 12 months for the Portrush golfer. So, Kenny, what age was Graeme when he first got into the game? Was it you who introduced him to it? And what stage did his talent become obvious to you?
He got into the game by playing in the pitch and putt here at the golf club. We've got a 9-hole pitch and putt just outside the clubhouse, and himself and his younger brother Gary would spend every waking moment pretty much on the pitch and putt, and he just developed a knack for the game. The local professional Dave Stevenson used to have training sessions for them, and whoever hit closest to a marker he would put out got a Mars bar. So he had to keep moving Graeme back. So Graeme was like 30 yards further away and he was still winning Mars bars. Cost me a fortune, he did. Well, he got caught up with the Golfing Union of Ireland setup, and they do a lot of coaching for young boys, and when he was about 14, you know, he got into that system. And as I say, they get coached every weekend, and you could see it all coming through. But then his uncle Yule here at the club had brought him on. He coached him up to the standard he was at before they took him on, you know. And he would still have a look at him even now when he's home.
Now, Courtney, you've been lucky enough to go to many of Graeme's events over the past couple of years, Ryder Cups and so on. What's it like as a family member to actually be there? What kind of emotions do you experience and go through during the week?
Well, I was lucky enough to go to the Irish Open this year with my Nana and Granda, and I thought this was amazing, getting to see all the players in the Players' Lounge and actually go out and watch Graeme play. But then I got told that I was going to go to the Ryder Cup, and I didn't think that tournaments could get any better, but the adrenaline that went through you when you were watching the Ryder Cup was unreal. Like, just seeing Graeme play so well was really, really good.
And of course, his US Open victory as well. Did you watch that on TV here, or whereabouts?
Yeah, I was down in Rathmore with all my friends. Granda was out watching Graeme, and oh, it was so scary seeing him. And then all my friends were backing him as well. We all sat in this very room and seeing him win, and then Granda ran on when he won. It was really, really special.
And Kenny, not many championships come bigger than the US Open. With the time that Graeme spent in America as a student at university and the amount of golf he's played there, did you always feel that it was the major he had the most chance of winning?
No, I don't think you think they can win any particular major. You just hope they can, you know. But certainly playing in America helped his golf immensely. You know, he said you go out every tournament and tee it up with the boys, and they expect to win every time they go out, and it rubs off on you. You know, and the training he got out in the States certainly. I mean, he came back here in the first year and he won 6 tournaments, I think, and everybody said, like, where'd this guy come from? You know, so. But as I say, that's just the way it worked for him, and any one particular. He thought if he could win any one, it might have been our Open, you know, because of the links play and what have you. But just goes to show, you don't know what's around the corner.
I suppose it's ironic though that the venue of this year's US Open, with it being Pebble Beach, perhaps America's truest test of links golf. Despite the fact that all the time he spent out there, was perhaps his experience growing up here in Portrush that perhaps best prepared him for his victory there, perhaps? Very
possibly, because it's such a hard golf course, I'm sure you've seen on TV, but it is quite linksy, a lot of the holes, and just such a tough track, and I think it blew some of the Americans away. I mean, you've seen them down the sides of ravines and what have you, you know, and thankfully Graeme was able to hold on to the end there.
And Courtney, now your uncle is a US Open champion, a Ryder Cup hero and a global sporting superstar. How have your friends reacted, and maybe your lecturers at college as well? I mean, people must ask you about him all the time, do they?
Yeah, well, I don't think, you never expect someone in your family to do so well, and this year especially, I don't think it could have got much better, and everyone in Northern Ireland, especially Portrush, is just so pleased with him. And well, you don't necessarily tell them, but somehow they find out, because there's wee pictures in the newspapers and stuff, and then they find out, and I don't know, they're very supportive about him, and it's good to hear everyone.
You're a superstar too, you know.
Oh yes.
Now, Kenny, we've touched a bit on the Ryder Cup itself. How significant do you feel the week at Celtic Manor was for Graeme? I mean, he's hinted himself afterwards that it was actually bigger for him than winning the US Open. Do you agree?
Oh, for sure. I mean, the US Open was an individual tournament, and it was great. He won it, obviously, but the Ryder Cup was totally different. I mean, he played in Valhalla 2 years ago, and they could beat him out there, although Graeme played well. He had 2.5 points out of 4. But this year, to play in Wales, and whenever he went out in the last game, you know, he thought, well, at that particular moment, we were nearly all blue, it was all over. And he was quite disappointed, you know, because he'd been playing well. He said, I'd rather been up at the sharp end, if you like. But it came down to his game, and as you know, and all other players were dropping back, and the pressure that was on him was immense. You know, and he was able to hold his nerve and do it.
Do you feel that's a very European mentality though? Because, for example, I don't think there's many American golfers who would say that playing in a Ryder Cup and winning it is more important to them than actually winning majors.
I would say so, yeah. More a team thing for the Europeans than the Americans, because they're all very individual guys, aren't they?
And of course, during the Ryder Cup, we've seen Graeme teamed up with his great friend Rory McIlroy. Just how great friends are they off the course?
Graeme took him under his wing out there, and he's a real personable guy, young Rory. You know, he's a lovely lad, and he's not hard to get on with. So the two of them just struck up a friendship right away, pretty much, you know. Anytime the two of them are there, they will be paired together, hopefully anyway, because they played really well together.
BBC Sports Personality of the Year this Sunday. Graeme is one of the favourites to win, but Kenny, who do you think will be among his big contenders for the title?
Well, as far as we're concerned here, Graeme has already won it, you know, because the year he's had, you know, he is the eSports Personality of the Year as far as we're concerned. But the 10 nominees, every one of them are on me a good shout. Probably Tony McCoy, who's also from Northern Ireland, and Lee Westwood would be the closest to him. But you don't know, do you? I mean, Mark Cavendish and all the rest of the people that are nominated, they've all had a great year as well.
So Courtney, do you think he'll win on Sunday?
Fingers crossed. He's a very, very good chance of winning, and everyone here hopes he does. But we said last night that even if he doesn't win it, he's still won it in our eyes, and he's done so well, and I don't think he can do better than what he done this year.
We're having a big do here for him on Sunday night. All the members are coming over, and hopefully we'll get a few votes through from here, and they'll be doing their best to roar him on.